Have you ever started a project where you thought this will take a day, but when you get into it, you start thinking, well, I'm not just going to stop here like I originally planned. I may as well do this. Then I might as well do that while I'm at that. 2 weeks later, you're halfway through the 1 day project. Then another 2 weeks later, you're finished and you think, my God, I am never doing that again, but I'm happy that I've done it and I'm proud of the results. I'm starting one of the projects right now, and this is the story about the project that I think that everyone could learn from. Let's get into it after the intro. Hi guys, so my name is Lee McLaughlin and I am an amateur photographer. Don't switch off. This really isn't about photography as such. It's about taking photographs, but it's not a photography sort of story at all. It's something a little bit more special than that. So please don't switch off, just let me explain, watch this video, and I think there's something that you'll be able to take away from this, which we'll mention at the end of the video. So, the project. I'm going to be making a short film. I've never done a short film before, so this is going to be a challenge. Why am I wanting to make a challenge? I like challenging myself. I don't like sitting about doing nothing. I suffer from fibromyalgia, and fibro fog is a thing where it just clogs up your memory, your brain, and you just can't think straight. And that happens to me quite a lot unless I'm really focused on something. So I like to have challenges. I like to have something that I'm working on all of the time, something I can stay focused on so that fibro doesn't get in the way, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but for people out there who've got fibro, probably make perfect sense. But anyway, cutting a long story short, I bought a camera 10 years ago, and I'm not the greatest photographer in the world. I'm far from it, but I do enjoy going out taking photographs. It started off taking photographs of my daughter when she was born, and like capturing the first time that she'd done certain things, capturing memories. And the more that she's got older, she's doing less things for the first time, and she's not really wanting her photograph taken as much. She's either away playing with friends, or she's away swimming, or she just doesn't like getting her photograph taken as much. So I kind of started drifting towards landscape photography. Wasn't very good at it. A lot of that was down to the equipment I was using. It was very, very basic. So I then focused on taking photographs of people, and I wasn't very good at that either. Again, some of the equipment wasn't very good. So I kind of invested more money into my photography, got myself a new camera, which I'm using just now, which is the Canon 6D Mark II, and got L series lenses, which are the professional lenses by Canon. And things started to improve. I was taking better photographs, and I was learning more about photography as well. I was reading books and watching videos on YouTube, learning a lot from Peter McKinnon, which this film is kind of, or this video is kind of about, and it brings me to present day, out taking landscape photography again, and quite enjoying it. So, cutting a long story short, I'm going to be making a film about landscape photography, but not in a boring way. Don't stay with me. Don't switch off. Peter McKinnon made a film called The Bucket Shot. I'll link it here. And that video was about his journey from getting his first camera right up until taking a photograph that he had wanted to take for so long, and it was his bucket shot. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of it. If you want to, just watch the video, still up here, and you can watch his film for yourself. I'm not wanting to copy his film idea, because that was his idea and he had the location in mind already for his film, and I didn't have a location that I've always wanted to go and shoot. But when I came up with the idea of making a similar film, I initially had an idea of a location. Now, the basic idea was to go to a place called the Devil's Beef Tub near Moffat on the A702 in Scotland. It's an amazing place. It's a 500-foot drop right next to the road as you're driving. The scenic view that you get is absolutely breathtaking. But the more and more I thought about this video, the more people I spoke to, the more I realised there is probably better places than that to take photographs. So I went onto Facebook and I posted a couple of groups saying I'm going to be making a short film about the most perfect photograph that you can take in Scotland. It gave me a challenge. I now need to find what people believe is the most perfect place. I then need to go there and I need to take the best photo that I can, and it needs to be something that I'm really proud of. The end result needs to be the perfect photograph I've ever taken. So it is, as you can see, a challenge. But I didn't realise how good an idea I actually had. Once I had commented on Facebook that I was going to do this, I got floods of suggestions. Try here, try there. Have you been to this place? Have you been to that place? Quite often the answer was, no, I've not been to these places. So the idea of the film with the original location suddenly became a distant memory. Now, I started this film idea on the 5th of November 2019. It's the 10th of November, I'm only 5 days in, and the original idea is gone. It's completely radically changed. Now I've got a journey to find the most perfect location, which is going to be part of the film. And along the way, I'm going to film several journeys to different locations that people suggest. Now, for those of you that aren't silly, you'll realise I can't travel to all the locations that have been suggested, but what I can do is at least check them out on Google Maps. I can use the satellite view, I can use Street View, I can use Google Images, I can drag the wee man for the corner and hover him about the areas people suggest to see if any wee dots come up, and I can use the 360 cameras that people go and take and upload them onto Google Maps. I can go into stock photography websites and type in the names of places people suggest. I can do all of that to research locations to see if they're worthwhile going and visiting for myself. There's going to be a lot of places that I'm going to look at in that way and decide it's not worth the risk, it's not worth the time and effort, and just forget about those locations. But then there's going to be places I think that looks really cool and want to go there and have a look myself. I can take a note of those ones, make a short list and travel to each one. So suddenly I'm out and about more often, seeing Scotland. Who doesn't want to travel around about Scotland and see the sights for themselves? I've got fibromyalgia, and the best way to combat that is also exercise. So when I'm out and about, I'm exercising. This is a win-win. Carrying a heavy camera bag in my back with tripods, lenses. The lenses are heavy, drones, all of that sort of stuff. It's a heavy backpack, so I'm doing a lot of exercise, which is only a bonus. Spending more time as a family, going out places and just enjoying life. The other thing is, it's helping me build my portfolio of landscape photography, and it's helping me hone in my skills and develop as a landscape photographer. Everything about this whole film idea has been an absolute win-win, and it's bringing me closer to people that are suggesting ideas, and it's letting me talk to them, and I'm building up new friends as well. This film idea was only supposed to be about me going to take a photograph and be done with it, and it's developed into something far, far more. And I'm looking forward to finishing it, but I've only just begun. So I'm at phase 1 just now, researching locations. Please, if you have a suggestion, comment below and I can go and check it out either on Google Maps or in person. And I really, really encourage all photographers to give this idea a thought. Is it something that you would like to do yourself? Because I highly recommend maybe thinking about that, because I thought it was just going to be a silly daft idea that I could go out and just make a short film, for me, and I mean the film is only for me. If people watch it and like it, then brilliant, that's a bonus. But it's a silly idea that was just for me to have a bit of fun and make something a bit more than just an average vlog. But it's turned into something so much more, and I think every photographer can tell their story by doing something very similar. So I do encourage you to give it some thought, and can you make a film similar? So yeah, join me with your own journey, and let's even do it together. Let's get in touch with each other and travel the country a wee bit ourselves, or team up and share stories. Yeah. Anyway, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Hit the bell notification button so you get notified when I upload next videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.